Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Set Your Yo, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I am the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Cousin TRACEY, we are back at it. I just want to say this before we get started, before we introduce our special guest in the cage. Thank you for everybody that made episode 50 special.
Yes,
that was a good time, you know what I'm saying?
Some of the stuff was very touching. I appreciate that, you know. Yeah,
it was definitely a good time.
I didn't know y'all liked us like that.
All those, I think we had out those 49 episodes before episode 50, we had 30 guests, and about 27 of them, you know what I mean, sent in little video clips. And
I think 2 of them might have sent in some late clips. But we're going to figure a way to intertwine it on some episode.
Right, we'll get it in there. We'll get it in there. So, so we just want to thank everybody for that, for making that special. But like a lot of you guys said, keep it pushing. Here we are, episode 51. We are back at it, episode 51. Special guest in the cage today, you know what I'm saying? You're going to hear me refer to him as A-Lo, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you his government, my man Aaron Stevens, a.k.a. A-Lo.
Yes, sir.
Glad you could come join us, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know nothing about the A-Lo. Because Seth be talking about A-Lo. I'm like, who's that? He was like, you know A-Lo? And I'm like, Aaron? He was like, yeah.
That's what everybody's doing. They be like, Aaron. No, I'm not calling you brother. I don't know A-Lo.
But here's the thing. Also, too, let's put in perspective. I may not be much older than, I might be much older, not too sure. But I've watched this young man grow up. Mm-hmm. So, to me, he's Aaron.
Yep.
And that's just, but I'll, A-Lo.
Before we get into all this, just say what's up to the people real quick.
How y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
I'm honored to be here. This is my big brother and my big sister. And I've looked up to them for decades now.
That's
so
what's up.
I'm honored to be even on this show right now.
That's what's up. And today, what we're going to talk about a little bit is just, you know, we always talk about you're going to encounter obstacles in life. I mean, it's life. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just not going to go smooth. It's not a smooth road. You know what I'm saying? You got some obstacles, you got some hurdles and things like that. But it's how you respond to these obstacles and hurdles. You know what I'm saying? Do you just give up, quit, I'm defeated? Or do you tie your boots up a little tighter and let's get this thing cracking? You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of times you'll hear me say, one thing for sure and 2 for certain, life is going to happen. But the key is how you navigate through those situations when things come, you know, come your way. You know, you can get knocked down 18 times, but when you stand up that 19th time, that could be the one to make you win. So, you know, it's about the recovery. You know, it's about the recovery.
Definitely. And we brought my man on today because that's his life. You know what I'm saying? He had to deal with some obstacles. And when we read all the things that he's involved with and what he's doing now, you're going to see that he ain't quit, he ain't give up, he pushed through, and now he's succeeding. You know what I'm saying? So before we get into these questions and all that, just for the people that don't know you, that don't know the Camden superstar, you know what I'm saying? Just tell the folk a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where you from and all that type stuff.
Well, I'm from Camden, but you know, I was raised in Louisiana before I was raised in Camden. I was born in Our Lady of Lourdes, and before I turned 1 year old, I moved to Louisiana, which was a tough time. It was really tougher than living in Camden. It was like straight from the fry pan into the fire when I got to Camden. But Camden really raised me, and you know, because I'm the blood of Camden, no matter what. You know, my father's from Camden, but it was a long journey for me, man. Even as a young kid, you know, it was real. I had a rough life, you know. It was rough. It was, you know, just like any other kid from Camden, you fighting, you know, child, you know, it's everything, crisis.
Right.
You know, they try to take us. They try to take me from my mom at a young age.
Gotcha.
You understand? And that was all I had.
Right.
You know, like they talk about diapers, I'm talking about crisis.
Right.
Whereas though you see your mom screaming and hollering, and like it gets deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it just molded me.
Okay.
It molded me to be, you know, something that I never thought I could be. You know, but you know, my mom always told me, like, you know, son, just get up, get back up. No matter what, you're gonna fall. It's gonna be some things that you ain't gonna understand.
Right.
But you just gotta keep chucking. You gotta keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that was all I had. You know.
Now, how long was you in Louisiana before you
I lived
came
in
back?
Louisiana from probably like almost 1 year old to like 10,
Okay.
11.
Okay.
And actually, it got real bad for me down there. Like I got hit by a car around like 9 years old.
Okay.
And it was like, and I've been a Grinch ever since. I tell this little story. It was like, I always wanted a bike for Christmas, but my mom couldn't afford it because we was, we was raised on welfare.
Right.
So this 1 year, it was a family that donated some bikes to us, and I always listened to my mom.
Okay.
Like whenever she told me to do something, I listened to her, no matter what, because she was all I had from day one. So she was just like, you don't need nobody. All you need is God and your mother. I'm gonna guide you in the right way, and God gonna take care of everything else. So I got the bike for Christmas this year. I was begging her all them years to get the bike, and she said, "Don't go in the street."
Oh.
We know how this is.
So you know which way it's gonna go, right?
We know how this is.
She like, yo, don't go in the street, son. I was like, I'm not going in the street. But I'm feeling myself. 'Cause,
Right,
I
right,
was like, I was a skateboarder at first.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I love rolling.
Okay.
And I was a skateboarder, but then once I got the bike, I'm like, yeah, now I can really, skateboarders are bikers too. They
Right,
really
right,
good
right,
bikers.
right.
But make a long story short, I went straight in the street. Got hit by a car, man. I mean, the car tore me up. It was a drunk driver. My leg, this part of my leg was actually severed from my body.
Wow.
So it was like, I was in the street and my leg was on the curb. But I didn't know. Because I'm hearing my mom say, get up. If you fall, get up.
Right.
It's easy, son.
Right.
If you fall, just get back up. It's easy. No matter how much it hurt, you gotta get up. I didn't feel that.
Right.
I didn't feel my leg. But this lady came over me and she pushed me back down on the ground because I guess she didn't want me to go and shop.
Right.
Now that I'm older, I know that
Understand.
if I would have
Right,
went
right.
and shop, it
What's
would have
going
been
on?
ball game.
Right.
So she said, lay down, keep your head back. And I was like, nah, I gotta get up.
Right,
I fell, I
right.
gotta get up. I gotta get up. And she was like, no, you can't get up. You gotta stay down. Like, you need a little bit more help.
Right.
So next thing you know, I went out, and then it's a lot of racism in Louisiana.
Okay.
So the doctors, they just didn't even want to operate on me. They just was like, we're gonna cut his leg off. We're gonna, cut him all the way up to his knee.
Wow.
And my mom was like, no, that's Aaron. Like, that's my special child right there. And they was like, well, we don't care about no special child. We taking his leg. So she begged them, could y'all please just let me call the church up here?
Right.
And she called everybody from her church, her fellowship, and they prayed over me. And then it was like a miracle, man. Like a doctor from a whole different state, it was Mississippi,
Wow.
called in and seen it on his
Right.
on his email, I guess, that it was like an emergency surgery.
Right.
And said that he could do the surgery and save my leg.
Wow.
After they prayed over me.
Wow.
So when did you get involved with let's kind of fast forward or back up fast forward. What high school did you graduate from?
Camden High,
What year?
99.
When did you get involved in sports? And what sports did you play?
First sport was skateboarding. Then I got into basketball at Bonzel. Then I got into football. I played for the Simbas.
Symbols.
Yeah, I was a wide receiver for Coach Mary and Muhammad and what's my man name? Orlando. Orlando was the one that really was like, yo, you wide receiver, you gonna do this, and you better do that. You know what I'm saying? But it was the Centerville Simbas football and Bonzo basketball, which was rec, Miss Gibson. Like, she used to take care of me a lot, Keenan and mom and stuff. So that's when I got into sports.
So 99, was that the TOC year?
Nope. 99 we was actually 99 we was on probation because of the
Long
riot.
Branch.
Yeah.
When I started the riot.
Yeah, Long Branch. That got me jammed up at work.
Yup. I'm gonna tell y'all,
The BYRDCAGE, we get the exclusive.
Got me jammed up.
I always had my back though.
I was the cop that was assigned during the DeJuan Wagner era. Me and my partner was assigned to all the basketball games. I ran the side job for every basketball game. We would travel all around the state, everywhere with Camden High's basketball program. There was a game in Long Branch where a fight transpired. People ran up in the stands with some bottles thrown. Long story short, I called myself defending my young men, my kids, my community, and I wrote a letter because the fight wasn't actually started by Camden. I'm a Long Branch fan, threw a bottle, and I think it hit you.
He spit at me.
Yeah.
And called me an N-word.
And you ran up
and he
on
threw the bottle.
and threw the bottle. So I did it and thought I was defending our kids, but needless to say, they got suspended. I got written up. I got suspended. It was a bunch of suspensions going on. bunch of suspensions. Thank you, Aaron, for bringing that up. Now I know. Yeah.
I was the one that went in the stands.
Yeah.
I'm like,
going on.
I'm like, you know, I'm talking the ref. I said, y'all cheating us.
Right.
And
So
I
that was
said,
like
just
that
because
was
we y'all
Right,
cheating us.
right.
I called him a MF. You know what?
that was '98, right?
Yeah, 98.
And then '99, we were suspended
they
for
were
the year
suspended,
from the playoffs. But so that football thing ain't the first rodeo that we've been suspended from post play. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear about that.
Oh,
Let's be clear.
yeah.
Hey, think about the years Greg Barr and them was suspended.
Yeah, we
You know what I'm
this ain't our
saying?
first
They
rodeo.
did,
Yeah, we do this a lot. Hey,
Yep.
Definitely.
so now
That's
we're
what's up.
going to change the script a little bit because you did a little bid, right?
Right, yes.
Okay. So what happens? And before we get into that, what happens with our children in our community if they don't have sports and they don't have positive mentors? The streets call them, right?
Yes. The streets will. It's so easy to manipulate a child from Camden because they are born with so much fire in them, and if you direct that fire to the street, now you got a killer or somebody that's just gonna get a whole bunch of money because it's just in him to go extra hard at what he do. He's a child of Camden. You understand what I'm saying? And without the right direction and the right mentor, you messing up a whole generation because it's a lot of followers too in Camden. It's a lot of leaders, but it's more followers than leaders. And I'm just saying from my experience coming up. I'm not calling nobody nothing.
Right,
but from my experience, I've ran across a lot of followers more than I ran across.
So once you graduated, how did you get diverted into the street?
Well, I was actually in the streets in school. You know what I'm saying? Working and still doing whatever little side hustles because I'm gonna put it on the table. The only reason that I started hustling because I was tired of my sisters being hungry. I was tired of them. I was tired of going to sleep hungry. You know what I'm saying? And I just said, "Fuck this shit, man!" Like, if I gotta sacrifice my life for them to stop being hungry, or this, that, and the third, and I started in Louisiana. I was raking people yards in Louisiana, and I was young. I was only 8, 9 years old. And I would go out. My mom like, "Where you was at all day?" I'm like, "I was making money so I could feed." So because Lisa said she want this or Tamika want that, I had to get them something to eat, and I wasn't really worrying about myself. So it really started way back then, just on a grind. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason I really started. I was sleeping on the floor and all that. I'm like, man, I'm tired of this. And a lot of kids in Camden is going through this. And you might think that, oh, they just street dudes. And nah, a lot of people is just like, man, I'm so sick and tired of starving. And this guy got a pack for me. That I know if I'm slick enough, if I'm smooth enough, then I can make some money and I can take it home and feed them. You know what I'm saying? Or feed my friends and stuff like that. But that's the only reason I went to the streets because I was tired of being hungry and I was tired of them being hungry.
So was college ever an option for you?
Yeah. I actually went to college. You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you go?
I went to Texas. I'm in just the South Plains in Texas. So it was like Turner didn't send me to school. He tried to send me to Boston like he was sending everybody else to school. You understand? And then I was recruited by Texas Tech when I was there. And I was supposed to go to Texas. I was actually already in it, Texas Tech. But Milt Wagner made the call for me to go to college. Nobody helped me. Vic helped me. Aaron Burt, Denny Brown. them guys really sat down and taught me a lot of stuff.
Right.
Milt Wagner sat me down and taught me some stuff. Greg Bard whooped my behind on the court.
Right.
Taught me some stuff. They and those are my big brothers, my God figure guys, because I was like, I never seen my father before, so I was always good at picking. All right, well, I'm gonna listen to him. I like what he doing. I like what he doing, and those were the guys that was like, nah, you this, you the one, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. If it wasn't for Denny, if it wasn't for Vic Karstafen, Aaron Burt, Milt Wagner, Greg Barr, I wouldn't have had no type of direction to sports. I would have stayed in darkness.
Gotcha.
And being manipulated with all that, because some people, what I noticed, they can see your greatness and they don't want you to identify your greatness. That's why they manipulate you to go do something else, because they want you down there. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you woke. Because if you woke, then all of a sudden they know you going to overpower them and be over top of them. And they got this image and this ego of you, I'm over top of you. Or I want you to grow, but I still want more to have more than you.
Right.
And that's a bad mentality to have. And then your karma is going to deal with you too, because you know what that child got in him. But those was the guys that seen it.
Right.
And was like, nah, hey, you gonna go here, we gonna go meet me at the Y. And if you can't meet me, I'm coming to pick you up.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So those are my big brothers.
Gotcha.
Those are people that they call me, yo, go sit your little ass down. I'm gonna go do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So how long did you your bid? How long?
I did 10 with 85, so I actually did 8.5 years, 6 days, and some hours. I counted it down to the hours because I felt like a complete asshole.
What was your charge?
It was a attempted murder, so, but.
What was the lesson learned?
The lesson learned was.
Yeah.
I mean, I cried the whole time. I cried. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I'm like, why? It's like,
you go from basketball star.
Oh my God!
in this athletic community,
Right.
To in a 4x4.
4x4, feeling like a complete nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing cool about being in jail.
Right.
You know, it ain't nothing. It's nothing cool about saying you did something to somebody or whatever that got you here. Like, because, but I learned a lot about myself in jail, because, like Martin Luther King said, character is not shaped in, you know, calm and cool, collective. Your character is shaped on controversy.
I got the tattoo on my arm.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got that tattoo on my arm.
And, oh my God, you have to be put down on your behind. You know, that's how he was built. That's how Malcolm X was built.
Right.
That's how Nelson Mandela was built.
Right.
They built themselves in these the hardest times of their life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it was a test. That's how I started to take. I stopped beating myself up and say, you know what? It's just a test. It's shaping you. God working on you right now. Right. He's shaping you to be something else. So don't stop looking down on yourself and stop doing this and stop, you know, cussing yourself out every day. You know what I mean?
Because the damage is done.
The damage,
like your damage is done.
Right.
You did it. You in it now. You got to stand up.
It's just it just built my character to a whole different level.
And you knew what you wasn't going to do.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
You
touched down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You knew what wasn't going to happen again.
Oh, never again. Never ever again. I would never.
When you 10 toes down, you knew.
Oh my God. It turned me. It shaped my character to, you know, never try to be somebody you not again.
Right.
Because
that
ain't you.
That wasn't you.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? The war. And I remember one time I was in Riverfront. And I'm shooting foul shots. They blew the whistle to go in. I'm still shooting. I never heard the whistle. I never heard the bell. I shoot. The warden came to the yard. He said, I watched you make 100 shots straight from the foul line. What the fuck are you doing in jail?
Wow.
And it wasn't until they told me, yo, you got to come in. Because I wasn't going to stop. I was locked in. In my mind, I never kept my mind in jail. Like, I started business because I took business classes in prison. I wrote colleges, like, look, I lost this, I lost that, but I want to continue my education. Sure. They're willing to help you continue your education. So I started taking college courses, small business management and guerrilla marketing in prison. I started recreating myself and building myself in prison. I knew what I was going to do. I was like, you know what? I said, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to change all this around. And then I'm going to reach back and start grabbing the youth. This is why you see I just got sworn into that planning board, zoning board. Because I want the youth.
That's big.
I want to give back.
The planning board
and
also the zoning and the historic
preservation committee. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, that's why I got an honor. They like, yeah, you can be an iron worker, and then you can. When I looked into it, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be building stuff in Camden. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be building in my city.
Yeah, so you worked on the high school, right?
I did Camden High. I did the Uncommon School across the street from Our Lady of Lourdes. I did the whole waterfront. That new Hilton and all that stuff. All of that stuff.
Not only from Camden.
He's
building Camden. You know what I'm saying? He is building Camden. You know what I'm saying?
Every piece of steel on Camden High has my signature on it.
That's what's up.
It's a lot of steel up over there.
Yes.
So we also see. I think we take notice. You kind of like. You had something to do with adrenaline for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still working out?
I'm still working out. I still work out heavy. It's just that the jobs and the projects that I started to get had to make me push my clients to the side a little bit. So still. Because
I remember when I was, I think I was working out with Ted at Cooper River all the time.
Ted Davis?
And I remember I used to see you be running the park or whatnot. Like, hey, look.
That's my guy.
So how important is staying in shape?
It's very important, but it's a misconception because people think that being in shape is about how your body looks. No, it's about how your body feels. Because a person can look a certain way, but on the inside, they're not healthy.
So we have this conversation all the time on the Birdcage. People fail to realize your body can look like one thing, but if your brain ain't right, your body ain't right, right?
Right.
So, you know, being healthy and being in shape is total. It's mind, body, and spirit.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Because you can look good. And if your soul ain't right,
you ain't
you
right.
Ugly as
if your mind ain't right,
you ain't right.
It's
foul. It ain't right. It ain't right.
And it's not going to function when you want it to function.
Right.
It's not going to function.
And it's not going to function how you want it to function.
How you want it to function. So it's not
because there could be a disconnect from your mind and your brain. So that has a lot to do with mental awareness.
Right. Like you look at Ronnie Coleman. Look at him now. He tore, his body is tore up because he was putting so much bad stuff in his body to make his appearance look like that. And now the after effects, oh my, you can't even spend the money that you need.
Right.
You understand? Because the inside ain't right. It wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? You might have won Mr. Olympic 8 times.
Right.
But you don't see when he in his room when he go back to that he crying like, oh God, my body's.
I think he got the it was on Showtime, Netflix. I know it was on one of them.
Netflix.
I saw Netflix. Yeah. I did see that. Now, like we touched on a little bit, you know what I'm saying? My man is succeeding. He's building up the city, literally. You know what I'm saying? Has a bunch of ventures that he has started. One of them being Supreme Smoothies. Let's talk about that a little bit. Now, did that start because of your personal training and all that, and you just felt like, you know, let me get some healthy stuff for these guys, the guys and girls, you know what I'm saying?
I really wanted to bring it. It was for the city. Everything I do is health and wellness for the city. You know, awareness. You know what I'm saying? Put this in your body. It's a meal too.
Right.
Put this in your body. Don't put that in your body. You ain't always gotta eat chicken for protein.
Right.
You eat, it's more protein in spinach.
Right.
And iron in spinach than it is in anything. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't gotta eat that in order to look like this all the time. It's a misconception with food and smoothies. Smoothies can be the best food for you sometimes, especially after a workout. It's the fastest thing that's gonna get into your body. So I came with putting fruit and smoothies, like the protein I put in there, and the fruit is for like instant energy.
Gotcha.
Natural, and it's all organic fruit. You know.
How long that's been up and running?
That's been up and running for about 2 years now.
Can you get to you? Okay, so we have questions that we give our guests because we, like I said on our episode, we don't want to shock nobody on how this discussion is going to go. So I'm looking at the questions that I get to make sure I'm prepared to talk about our guests. I see Supreme Smooth. I'm like, what the fuck is that? When did he start that?
Like, yeah, she did.
And in the text it stated, where that at? So now, can you tell us where that at?
Right now, I'm in milestones with it. I started in adrenaline, but when COVID came, they came with so many restrictions,
Right.
and I had to shut it down in adrenaline. But it was really for the youth,
Right.
for them, because we got a lot of guys that's going to the league.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just prepare them.
Right.
Look, this is what you're supposed to be eating after you're working out,
Right.
especially in the league.
Right.
All that other stuff, you need to cut it all out,
Right.
man. Eat this. As soon as you get out there after that workout, come
Right.
see me. So I really was raising their awareness in the gym. And then I took it, to milestones in the city, so just to raise the awareness there. But right now it's there. And it's going to be, there's a few talks of it being a Honey Bumpers.
Okay.
So that's just.
Honey Bumpers, speak on that
Honey
real quick.
Bumpers, yes.
Did you say something about your mom's recipe
Yeah,
or something?
I had a recipe. I bought this for my big brother, big sister. I got.
We like gifts.
It's my mom's famous recipe that she taught me. It's Mother Jean's sweet potato pies. You can get them at Honey Bumpins right now.
Okay.
Go see Speed over there. He has a beautiful restaurant.
Okay.
And the food is immaculate.
That's what's up.
And
You haven't gotten it yet. I gotta
you gotta go check them out, man. Their food is real good.
And I was on my phone a couple months back. I'm like, is this a fucking music video?
Good evening, brothers and sisters. It is my honor to inform you that we are now involved in a serious revolution. This nation is still a place where leaders build their careers off compromise and socially exploit their own people. Well, no more. It is now time that loyalty and principle stand at the forefront, and we take our destiny into our own hands. The revolution. The revolution.
The revolution. The revolution. The revolution. The revolution. The revolution. The revolution.
Hey, yo, man, you better not be capping, nigga. All right, I'm on my way. We coming now. We coming right now. Bands. Bands. Hey, Bands. Bands. Come on, man. Fuck, you gotta go to work, bro. It's time to go. They ready. Come on.
Hey, yo. It's amazing to me how these motherfuckers walk around here and act like Camden ain't motherfucking number one. Know what I mean? We've been reigning #1 for the last 20 decades as the world's most dangerous city in the world. I got these cannons.
Niggas is killing in broad day. We in the trenches all day. We had to get it the hard way. I used to trap in the hallway. I'm sure y'all heard about Camden. Better believe all that shit that they told you. We from that part of the trenches. Maybe see cameras never gonna show you. We come from that part of the trenches. They ain't showing on the TV screen. Mama working doubles, daddy ain't there. Any niggas wonder why we in the streets. Cause we gotta grow. Cause we gotta grow.
Came to nigga, I was bred different. When I'm in the field, I'm a known target. Chasing it, we got faith in it. When we make it, we all in a race with it. Either you stack or you starve. They know that he trapped the hardest. Seeing them trenches on the corner like a stop sign. Bitch, I'm outside when it's all tension. All they know is stacking the shoebox. Little nigga, big bag, he too hot. Used to have a deuce in his tube sock. Barely ate, nigga, stomach had 2 knots. Straight butter whip, coke in a crack pot. I go the hardest, I gotta get it. Fuck being famous, I want the richest. It's in my blood, little nigga, I'm different. Ain't losing the work, right a blick and I'm blissing. If it's about the family, they know I'm a risk. Keep one in the head to put one in your biscuit. How I got my name, cause I really be tripping. Touch one of mine, all yours gonna be missing. Told me we really stay true to the vision. They told down, he gon' stand on this pivot and he ain't gon' stop till he done with the mission.
Niggas is killing in broad day. We in the trenches all day. We had to get it the hard way. I used to trap in the hallway. I'm sure y'all heard about Camden. Better believe all that shit that they told you. We from that part of the trenches. Maybe see cameras never gonna show you. We come from that part of the trenches. They ain't showing on the TV screen. Mama working doubles, daddy ain't there. Any niggas wonder why we in the streets. Cause we gotta grow. Late night, I was trapping outside in the cold, I was filling my body with X. My niggas on go, we let it blow, we don't take well the threats. These bitches be tripping, I know they be wishing to be with a nigga and flex. They killed my cousin, it turned me a demon, I told him his killer was next. Checkmate, no checkers, his chest. My shooters aim at your hat, no point in wearing a vest. On the front line when it's wartime, I'm screaming who won and who next. But these niggas, they know we the best. One in now, I can't wait till I'm next. Putting 4 in your head, fuck a chest. Cause I'm in the trenches for real. Most of these niggas be claiming they real. These niggas be fake as shit, can't hit the brake, just switch the gear. My city here to stay, we in the race, they gotta hear. Most of these niggas fears, I can't even take them serious, nah. We in the trenches with bullets is flying and niggas is dying in broad day. You gotta stay on your pivot cause niggas be switching. I be doing my own thing. It's only a matter of time to get on your grind and get this shit poppin'. You gotta stay on your P's and Q's cause all of these niggas be watching. I know these niggas be plotting. And if it's a problem, I spot and we got it. No, we ain't going out, there ain't no option. We getting money, these niggas is not. All of that government, they need to stop it. Brody got the pocket rocket. You know we sliding if they think they rob. And I ain't gotta act like I'm like that. Talking out his head, push it right back. Niggas be faking, ain't like that. Niggas be hating on my back. And if it's a problem, you know that we slide. And if it's a problem, you know that we slide.
We got Centerville, CBD, Parkside, LSD, the North Side. Them East niggas ain't nothing to be fucked with. Downtown G's, Pollock G's, CMD, Cat, murder, motherfucking drugs. Dollar. I'm A-Lou, motherfucker. Camden. Blitz. 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 We blitzing this motherfucker. Pussy.
So
I'm telling you, he's doing
I
big things.
I see a car, like it's like a car, and people jump out the just SUV. But I'm from Camden.
Right.
I said, they behind the pink elephant? So I sent the video to somebody that went to school with Aaron. What the hell is going on here? So tell us a little about the music.
Yes,
Okay. I started a record label called Bold Entertainment.
As you see, I got some gear.
You got the
You
shirt
know what
on.
I mean?
You know, Camden
Bold,
Assassins
Camden
is the first
Assassins.
group that I
Okay.
signed. These guys, well, the definition of Camden Assassins is we assassinate beats. You know, back in the days, like, oh, he killed that beat.
Right,
oh, he
right,
killed
definitely.
that song. Or he
Definitely.
drilled that song. Or
Definitely.
Chicago now, there's drill
Right,
music
drill
in
music.
Chicago.
Right.
We assassinate beats. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's all. It's just a
Right.
different terminology.
Right,
That's
right,
all
right,
that is.
right.
But Bold Entertainment comes from just the character of a Camden kid. We just bold, you know. We're not scared of nothing. We ain't scared to do nothing. Anywhere we go in this world, once you say you from Camden, they almost want to pull out a red carpet for you.
That's true.
I don't care where you go. You say you from Camden, no matter what the name y'all got for us out there in the world, but we're bold. We ain't scared of nothing. We ain't scared to do nothing. We'll go up against whoever, you know. And it wouldn't be a Kobe if he wasn't bold. And LeBron is my best terminology of when that Joker was 17 years old.
Right.
You gotta understand, he was 17. It was Iverson in his prime. Ray Allen was in his prime. Paul Pierce, Tracy McGrady. Oh my God.
Yeah, some killers.
Oh my God. Dirk Nowitzki. Look, I'm gonna tell you some real life. I'm gonna tell you what bold means. Dirk Nowitzki, Tracy McGrady. You had all these guys. Kobe Bryant. He said, "I'm the king, and I'm coming for all y'all here."
Yeah, yes he did.
I'm taking the lead. It's mine.
Yes,
You know
he
how
did.
bold you gotta be at 17 years old to say that to them giants?
Yeah.
And these ain't no regular names I'm
Nah,
talking.
nah.
These
Best of the
dudes that
best.
will eat you alive.
Best of the best.
Kobe was a certified killer.
Yeah, best of the best. Right
He would
there.
eat you alive. You
Exactly.
told him, I'm taking your crown too.
Yeah.
And he
That's
got the
special.
crown.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta be bold to say something like that.
Now,
man.
how many artists are you working with right now?
Right now, I'm working with 2 artists right now. I got
Okay.
Marley and I got Sarah. And I had Trey Bands, I had Cardell. You know, they was my nephews, but, you know, they took another route for a little while, I guess, you know. And my son, you know, Double A, he's a great artist. He's been working.
Yeah.
He just
So
put
you do rap or you do any like art?
It's R&B and rap.
Okay.
It's everything. And I have dancers. I have a dancer, my nephew Jazir, which is he's a great choreographer. So he's gonna come with my whole dancing thing for like my videos and
Gotcha,
stuff. So
gotcha,
it's like I got a nice little squad, nice little beginning. You know, you don't need a lot of people. You don't need a lot of. You just need people that got the same focus and the same drive.
And people that believe in you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As much
But
as
they
you
gotta
believe in
believe in
yourself.
themselves.
I just
They
said.
gotta believe in themselves.
Yeah.
I can see the vision for
Right.
you, but if
But
you don't see the
believe
vision,
it, right?
You can't make it.
it
Hey.
ain't gonna work.
You gotta be bold.
You gotta be bold.
You gotta be
You gotta
bold.
be bold. You gotta be an assassin. You gotta
Now you
kill 'em.
selling merch and all that, right?
Yeah, we're selling the merch.
Let them know where they can grab that merch from.
I have a website. You can go on my website, boldentertainmentproduction.com, and you can order all my merch. This is on there, all my latest things. I actually have a new shirt, an Iverson shirt came out. It's called Be Bold, Be Iverson.
Okay.
And that shirt's doing pretty well on my website right now, but that's a limited edition. But I do have a live website that you can order all my
And I do
merch.
believe I saw him come in with
yeah,
some t-shirts. Did you come in with some
Oh
t-shirts?
yeah, I got something. I got. Look, these are the label. These are the label shirts. This for Tracy because I know she like that purple and gold. I know she rep that.
We ain't gonna talk about me
day.
rapping purple and gold. Y'all know I've been a little torn lately.
All right, this for this for my
Yes,
big
sir,
bro
yes, sir,
Bird.
yes,
You know,
sir,
he got
yes,
that
sir.
royal
You know
blue.
what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Yes,
But
sir.
You can
What?
buy those.
You
You get those
sure?
on the website, or you can
Yes,
contact
indeed.
me on Instagram for those.
So
What's your
my-
Instagram? You doing
My
real quick?
Instagram is A_Lou_General on Instagram and Stevens on Facebook.
So I was pissed off at Aaron because he was late. He was messing with my day. Right? So because you know I keep it 100 on here. So as we're sitting here waiting for him to come, I said, I'm going to chop this nigga up on this podcast.
And I was scared too. I was like,
I'm going to chop him up because I got a lot of shit to do today. But when he came in with the pie and with the shirt, I said, I'm going to let him live.
give him a live taste.
Yeah.
If y'all can, give him a live taste.
I'm not going to give him a live taste
Okay, no
only
live taste.
because, yeah, no, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to eat it though. Pies and cakes are my midnight snack. So for all of y'all that think I look good and all of that, yeah, but I eat in the middle of the night, like in the bed, and I put some whipped
Like you,
cream on this.
but like you said, you feel
But-
good on the inside.
But I wash it down with alkaline water.
You feel good on the inside.
So I'll at him.
Y'all had to go to bed.
I'll at him while I'm in my PJs tearing mama pie up. Because I'm telling you when this going to get eaten.
That's what's up. Okay. So before we get out of here, just future plans. You know what I'm saying?
My
What you
future
thinking?
plans, I want to open up a community center for the youth. And I want to start teaching them about, finance and teaching them about business, teach them about, you know, school is one thing, but it's also other things. You know, I want to teach them about manners. I want to teach them I just
Life
want to
skills,
put
life
life
skills.
skills. I
Right,
want to
right,
put the essence of Camden into these kids because they're not getting it. They're not getting the essence. They don't know that. They think we just fight each other or we at each other. No, Camden really is a big family the way I was raised.
Yeah, man.
Everybody could walk around all day long and just chill with everybody. I remember one time I'm walking on Mount Ephraim Avenue. It's a big circle. Everybody just chilling.
Right.
And people just keep on coming and just chilling.
Yeah.
We a big family. We ain't this war zone that they
Right.
trying to make us to be. And I gotta grab the youth, man. I
That's
gotta
where it
get them
starts.
at that age where it's like I can go this way or that way. And in middle school is when you gotta grab. In high school is when you gotta grab. By the time they out of there, they looking at you like, man, get out my face.
Yeah.
Statistically, in
that's
Camden, the summer between 8th grade into 9th grade is where we lose our young men. That's that sugar to shit period. They either gonna turn to sugar or they're gonna turn to shit. And
That's right.
And I've learned this in the 30 years being in law enforcement and being in the community, that if you don't catch them young men between 8th grade, right before they start high school,
Exactly.
is where
That's where it is.
yeah, that
Exactly,
summer is
exactly.
where it could go bad for them.
Exactly.
You know
So
what I mean?
that's what I want to do. I want to snatch up more talent. I want to open up a event center for these kids so I can have shows so they
Right.
can express their
Right,
talent.
right.
It's other things. A restaurant I got coming.
Okay.
You know, it's just certain. I can't say too much.
Yeah.
Because-
Don't do that.
We don't want to jinx nothing. We don't want to jinx nothing. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
do that.
too much.
Although the
Yeah.
people that watch the Birdcage are very positive,
Right,
and
I
we
love
float
that.
off of energy.
Okay.
But you still got people out there that will prey on your demise.
Right.
So let's
right.
be clear.
Right. I won't
Don't-
put too
yeah,
much.
don't-
Right.
It's just
Speak
know
life
that-
into it.
Yeah.
Speak life over yourself.
Yeah.
We wish you the best of luck.
Right.
But don't put the plans out
Yeah,
there because
yeah.
what happens is,
Yeah.
because I just seen this happen to me this week. I had said something that I wanted to do. Next thing I know, I see the flyer of it is being done.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show up and support that event. But just know when you see me in my daylight gear, you knew I was going to do it first.
Right.
But I'm going to support it.
Right.
But
Because you
don't,
don't have evil in your heart.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
because I just
But
want
they do.
Yeah.
Right. But they do. Yeah.
And it ain't gonna last long.
Right.
But it's cool.
And God
right.
gonna bless you no
Absolutely.
matter what.
So, but I'm
Because
just
he know
saying,
your heart.
Right,
yeah.
definitely.
So don't speak too much because
Okay.
people will jump ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know, and then they be like, "Hey, it was with."
That's why I don't talk that
Yeah.
much now. That's why you like, what?
Yeah. Right.
Nah, hey, what the heck is that? That's Aaron, man. Shut up.
That's Supreme Smoothie.
That's Supreme,
Supreme Smoothie. Where we getting that at?
That's what's up. That's what's up, my man.
But yeah, I got big plans,
That's what's
man,
up.
and I'm not stopping. And that stuff that I did was yesterday, and is not even relevant
Because
no
your
more.
past doesn't define
It's
you.
not
Right.
relevant
But
no more.
you learned from your past.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
And we always have to use what we've been through to let these young people know
Yeah.
that you don't want them to walk in your shoes.
Nah, I don't want them to do that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want you to
Walk
feel
in your
stupid.
own shoes and learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of times we speak about the things we've been through, because if any way something I've said can teach a young person that I don't want to do that, I want to do it a different way, it's helpful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
we're going to keep our eye on you. We're going to keep watching.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, it's coming.
We definitely,
It's
definitely
coming.
appreciate you signing through.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
that, man.
It's been a long
Anytime.
time coming. We talked about this for a minute. It finally
anytime.
happened. You know
What
what I'm saying?
episode is this?
This is
51.
51.
Ooh,
Episode
it's a
51.
special episode. 51.
Episode 51. You know what I'm
honored,
saying?
man.
We on the other side.
Honored.
You the
honored
first
to be a part.
episode going
First
towards
episode,
100.
yep.
I feel so good. I feel so good about that, man.
Definitely.
It's a blessing to be
Got any
here.
shout outs, anything you want to give before we
just,
get out of
just
here?
say, I just want to say shout out to, Camden, everybody, just keep striving, just keep working to be positive, keep working, and then let your haters be your motivators. Because let me tell you what my old
Definitely.
head told me, and he's in prison. He called me the other day. He said, anybody hating on you? I was like, it's a few. He said, now I got you. You doing exactly what you supposed to do. He said, if nobody hating on you, Aaron,
you ain't doing
you ain't
something,
doing
yeah.
nothing. You ain't doing nothing big if ain't nobody hating on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad to say, but a lot of my teaching is coming from still inside.
Right.
Because I couldn't leave that. I left them, but it's just like they taught me so much.
Right.
And it's like I'm gonna stay in contact with you, man.
Right.
It's like, but they like, bro, I got life. If I see
Right.
you in here, I'm gonna murder you.
Right.
And they real life killers.
Right.
Because they got about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These cats
yeah.
out here, they
Yeah, they
acting
think,
like
yeah,
they
they
about that
think.
life, but
Yeah.
it's some real,
some people
it's some
really
people
about that life.
They not letting them back out here.
Some people really
Because
about that
they
life.
really are savages like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Behind
it's
that
like,
wall,
man,
behind
I'm
that
like,
wall.
I ain't nothing, bro.
Right.
I put my hands up. I ain't nothing. You don't know what I felt. You know what I'm saying? There's real revolutionaries that I done sat down with that told me, if I see you in here again, you gonna deal with us.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I gotta work.
Yeah, I feel you.
I gotta work, and I'm just gonna continue to work.
That's
And
what's up.
I ain't trying to outshine nobody but myself.
That's what's up.
That's it.
That's definitely what's up. Cousin?
My only shout out is May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Y'all know I always got to bring the mental health. Just be mindful of your thoughts, your thought processing, what you're thinking about, what you're manifesting over yourself. Always speak life over yourself and your children and your family. Keep your mind clear. You know, any negative thoughts, try to clear them out. Just know that you're loved. People care about you. And not everybody wants bad things for you. There's a lot of people out here that want the best for you. Just make sure your mind is the strongest muscle you work on a daily basis. Take time out your day to meditate, read, pray. You know, just focus. Focus on all that God has given you, all that God is preparing you for, and all that's coming your way. Because every day we live is through the grace and mercy of our God, our Creator, whoever you believe in. It's through grace and mercy that we're able to stand. So just know, stand strong, stand helpful, stand hopeful, and stand clear.
There we go. You know what? Next episode, I'm going to go first. I got to follow that. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out. That was last Sunday. We had the adult prom and the award ceremony. I just want to give a shout out to Bill, Orlando, Kevin Ross, Chris Collins, Carmen. Y'all did an amazing job with that. You know what I'm saying? I accepted the award that y'all was giving to my dad. You know, he wished he could have been there, but from the pictures and everything that I sent him, he said, you know, it was a great event, you know what I'm saying? And to the other honorees that got the awards named in my dad's honor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you as well, and looking forward to doing it again next year. Cousin Tracy, you know I love you, you know what I'm saying? There is no birdcage without you. I gave y'all an assignment on episode 50 to count her hairdos. We got to add another one to the list. You know what I'm saying? This is a new one. This is a new one. Episode 50. Episode 51. Episode 51 is strong, people. Yeah. New hairdo. Yeah, we got pies and merchandise and great guests. You know what I'm saying? So we rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? We are rocking and rolling. So you know what? On that note, episode 51 in the book. Once again, I'm Sechuayo, a.k.a. Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show, and we will talk to you soon. Yes, sir.
It was a stone groove, my man.